Okay, so do you want to know how to customize your WordPress blog? Okay, so here's the site that we've been working on, and we're going to walk you through some very basic steps, and just follow along. Okay, take notes if you need to, or pause the video, whatever you need to. I'm going to walk through one by one. So first of all, let's go to General, so Settings. We'll look at Writing, Reading, Discussion, Media, Permalinks. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll walk through each one. So I opened a tab for each one so we wouldn't forget. And then we'll go into plugins. In case you're wondering how I'm opening separate tabs, I'm holding the control key and hitting enter, clicking on it. Alright, and we'll stop right there. We'll just pause it right there because I don't want the video to get too long. Now you can change this as much as you want, as many different ways you want, but here's the settings that I would recommend right off the bat. Okay, let's go here. So that's how the website looked right now. So this is the general settings. Okay, so healthy emotional energy, and then you can put in the tagline, take off the just another WordPress. There you go. And that would be about the only change. Save changes, move on. Close that, we're done. Convert. Okay, so this is for writing. Okay, so for writing, you don't have much to change on this, so we'll just leave it alone. Reading. Reading is if you are looking at a website, if you want everybody to see the exact same page every single time, meaning that you just have a static home page, then you want to be able to go to this static page and you will set up your page. Right now there's only a sample page and we haven't covered that. So we're just going to leave it as your latest post. What that means is when you write posts, it will look at the latest post that you've created. So if you write 10 posts, whatever the 10th post was, which is the most current, is what will show up at the front of your website. We haven't written anything, so we're not going to worry about it. We'll just leave it as your latest posts. But know that that is where you would change it on the readings. Discussions. Personally, I like to turn everything off, meaning I don't want them to put in posts. Now, if I let people post an email comment, I want them to make sure that it's held for moderation and I must manually approve it. And that's it. Okay, because otherwise there's a lot of spam that gets created. And if you want to change your emoticons to whatever, you can. Not absolute must, but just kind of fun. Alright, move from there. From here, okay, this one I do like to make one modification. This likes to organize it by when you uploaded an image, when you uploaded a PDF format, when you uploaded an audio file, things of that nature. It likes to organize them by dates. I don't like that. I just rather have it drop it off in a folder and that's it. Okay, because otherwise it gets too confusing for me to think about when did I upload that, and I don't want to do that. So I save the changes. That's it. Permalink. Okay, permalink. This one, basically what you're looking at is when somebody looks at a page, you'll either have, let's say, let's go to one of the pages. Let's just look at it for a second so that you can see what I mean. So here's a sample page and I'm going to view it. Okay. Well, see how it has this healthy emotional energy sample page? That's good. That's a good thing. Sometimes you'll see things like this, PID equals something like that. Okay, what that is, it's the code that WordPress would use for this page. But that looks ugly. Who would you ever tell to do that? So you wouldn't. So the way that that works is pretty much you go back over here and you tell it how do you want it to be structured. Do you want it to be structured with that ugly thing? Do you want it to have the year, the month, the date, and the name? Personally, I don't like all that. I just take all that off and I just, well, actually I can just click on here, post name. Just all I want is post name. That's it. That's it. And I click save changes. So now it'll give me a pretty page when it'll just say sample page. That's easy to remember. Okay, that's done. And for plugins, okay. So plugins is a whole conversation of itself and we're not going to cover all of them. There's some that come in here. So a lot of people like using Akismet. I haven't liked it, but you can keep it. That's fine. Yeah. The ones that you don't want, like this Hello Dolly, it just puts a message up here. It's useless. Deactivate. Basically, the understanding that you need to have about let me see what happened here. Oh, I need to deactivate it first, and now I'm going to delete it. Okay. Yes, I'm about to delete this files. Yes. Okay, so those are the ones. Now, if you need to update something, you'll usually see something like this, and you can update. Now, a few word of cautions when you're using plugins. If you don't know which plugins to use, definitely consult with somebody, because you could mess up your theme. Some of them don't work nice, especially some of the free ones. They're coded by a bunch of different people, so they're all trying to make it work for WordPress. Some are better programmers than others. Therefore, the result is going to be that some of them are going to be good, some of them are going to be lousy. So depending on what you end up using, what you end up needing is the plugins that you'll end up using. The less plugins that you use, the better, because your site won't get bogged down by extra code. And you want to use quality plugins. So that conversation is completely separate from this video, because it can get pretty involved. But if you're just using a basic website, just the basic plugins are there, you're fine. If there's one that you like, you can add a new one to walk you through the steps, and you are good to go. Okay. There is one other area that I'm going to go ahead and cover in this video, and because everybody asks me about this all the time, so they want their site to look a little different. So that would be under appearance and themes. Okay, so there are the themes. You pick what theme you want. If there's one that you like in here, you use that one. For example, this one. If I want to activate that one, click activate. We're good to go. Now if I visit the website, remember, sometimes it'll look like the new one, sometimes it'll look like the old one. You may need to refresh, but there you go. That's it. So that's all it takes. Now, if I make this look a little easy, you know, I don't want to apologize, because I've done this hundreds of times, probably thousands of times. But the basic steps are there, and I'm trying to keep them as simple as possible for you. If you want a new theme that's a free one, then you can just go search for the theme. So you can either use what Mojo themes are available there, see what's there, or you can look at anything else that's available. Some of these you'll have to buy if you want them. Okay, if you want to go with some of that. If you want to go with the free ones, then you probably want to go to WordPress org themes, and then find one that you like there and utilize that. Most of those are free. Okay, but don't get overly fancy. If you get overly fancy, then do hire somebody else to do this for you, or to help you with it, because they can get pretty crazy pretty soon. Okay, that's about it. So in less than 10 minutes, we've covered everything that we needed to cover about how to set that up. And the next part of the trainings, we'll probably talk a little bit more about how to add content on here. Okay, take care.